Hi lovely, and welcome back to my channel. This is Dotmark Stitches. In today's tutorial we are going to learn how to make this A-shaped gown with V-neck and lace edge at the center. It's very easy and simple to learn. It's also a beginner friend. If it's what you like to learn, keep on watching to the end. Thank you. So for this tutorial I'm going to use this 2.5 fabric of lace. So now I folded it into two. So the length I'm working with is 53 plus 1 inch, that is 54. Now from this side I'm going to place my tape because I want to use the lace edge. So I'm going to cut out the two lace edge like this. So I will place my tape, then I will be marking out 2.5. So I'll be marking 2.5 from the up to the downward like this. So I'll be marking it in a straight line. But first thing, I make sure the edge are casing before cutting it out. So now I will make a straight line from upper part here to the downside before I will now cut it out. So guys, I'm done with cutting. So now I'll be taking the measurement, but before that I will place my tape 2 inches upward. I'm going to use ½ inch to join it, so 2 inches will come out. Then I'll mark the shoulder, which is 7.5. Then I come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I'm slanting it like this. So from this shoulder here I will come down by 8.5 for the armhole. Your armhole divided by 2. Then I make a straight line here. Then from here I will curve it to get my armhole. That's armhole curve. So now I will place my tape again. This is 2 inches. Then I mark out 4 inches for the neck width. Then I came down by 8 inches for the neck depth. It's going to be in form of V-neck. So I'm trying to shape it like this upward to form V-neck. So once I've done with this, I'll be marking the bust measurement. So your bust measurement divided by 4. But first thing, place the tape out again by 2 inches. Then the quarter of the bust, mark it and add 1 inch for the seam allowance. Then move to the waist, place the tape out by 2 inches. I mark out the waist measurements and add your 1 inch seam allowance. And I move to the hip side. I mark out the quarter of the hip with allowance. Then I connect together from the bust to the waist and to the hip. So later I went ahead to mark out the downside. Just take your tape, whatever you have in the hip, place it and mark like 4 inches allowance to that side. So then you mark it. So from that hip side, just connect it to the downside like this to form your A shape. Like I said that I'm working with 2.5 fabrics. So now I'll be cutting it out. So I cut out the next side. Then I slanted the shoulder. Then I cut out the armhole side. Now I move to the bust. I cut out the bust, waist and the hip downward like this. So guys, once I'm done with the cutting, the front cutting, so the next thing I will place the front to the back piece. So this is the back piece. It's already folded into two like this. It's also in two, so the closing side face me. So now I just place the front, then I left like 2 inches downward for the back. So this is the 2 inches. I'm underline it to the downside. So now I will mark out the 3 inches neck width like this, and 1 inches depth. Then I cut it out exactly like this. Then I cut out the armhole side and also the side. So this is the front and back piece now. So once I've done with this, the next thing to do, I will just, for the back side, so I join this side because I'm managing the fabric, so I join that side at the back. So now this is my back, then this is also my front. So I went ahead to place it on the back. Now I will be joining the shoulder to the shoulder, and also the shoulder of the front. This shoulder also I will join it together with the back with 1/2 inches. So now after joining this, so this is it. Then I folded it into 2. I knot the center back, fold it into 2, then knot the center back and take the tape and measure it from this side all the way downwards to the end for you to know the exact measurements from the next side to the downside. So whatever you get from this side, now this is the lace edge that I cut out. So I folded it into 2 like this. It's already folded into 2. Then I place the tape, so I mark it. Whatever you get from the main fabric, from your gown, you mark it out from this lace edge. Now from the center back now to this place where your V-neck is top, you are going to mark it. So now after marking it, so this from the center back, you mark it where your V-neck, where your 8 inches from the center front stop, you mark it. So this is 12 inches. Now from this 12 inches, now you will make sure that this whole here, the lace edge now is lapping just a little, and be stitching it downward. From that 12 inches, you stitch it downward like this. So at the end of the day, you are going to have something like this. So you're going to have something like this. Now you go ahead and notch the center back. So the center back of this fabric here together with the center of this lace edge, make sure both are kissing like this, so you can use pin to pin it down. Just watch me the way I'm doing it. So you just pin it down like this, then you'll be stitching it downward for this left side and also to the right side. You stitch it downward like that. Now after stitching it, so this is your outlook. This is how it's going to look like. So this is it, this shoulder, and this is the center front. So now I'm going to turn it to the negative side because I'm going to be taking my measurement now. So this is the front and this is the back. So you lay it and be taking. the bust measurements. Take the bust measurements, and then you go ahead and take the waist and also the hip measurements. So this is the center front, and this is the shoulder, and this is the lace edge, and this is the V-neck. So now you place the tape, you mark out the bust measurement, the quarter of the bust, the bust divided by 2, whatever you have, just mark it, and also the waist divided by 2. So whatever you have, just mark it like this. So this waist is 32 divided by 2, that's 16, and also the hip is 40 divided by 2, that's 20. You mark out your 20 inches. You connect it with the waist. So now you mark it downward like this to form your A shape. Now I'm going to sew it. Now I'm done with sewing. So now for the armhole, I place my tape from the shoulder to the armhole side. Whatever you get from this side, you are going to use it to cut out the sleeve. So this is the sleeve. I folded it in triangle form. So it's in triangle form now. The length is 15, but this one now is 13 because there's no lace edge in this one, so it's 13. But I'm still going to add like 2 inches for the lace edge. So whatever I have from the armhole of the dress, I will just place it here like this. I'm going to shape it like this, then I will cut it out. So after cutting it, I notch the center, then I open that sleeve because I'm cutting out the two sleeves together. So now I'm going to stitch that side. Okay, so this is the lace edge that I will cut out. So this is it. So I'm going to cut out the 2 inches of the lace edge, then I will place it on the sleeve. So guys, after cutting it out, then I take it to the machine and sew it round like this. I will open it and then I will sew it round for this sleeve and the other sleeve. So if you watch it to this end, don't forget to like, share and comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching. So this is our outlook of our dress. So don't forget to subscribe and like it. Thanks for now. See you in the next class. Bye bye. Bye bye.